Welcome to Family Gamer TV. We've just been looking at Disney Infinity, so the launch event out in Hollywood. So let's have a look at the trailer now. Peggy 7, provisional at this stage, but that's the same as we're seeing on Skylanders. And there you see for the first time the Infinity base. That's much thinner than the Skylanders Portal of Power, but it also has these little particular places to put the figures on. And as you saw, we had Jack Sparrow and Sulley here. Now, here this isn't gameplay, but it's like a visual representation of what the figures are going to look like in the game. And you can see that the characters, although they're obviously who they represent, there's also been some compromises made in terms of how they look. So to make the toys and the figures in the game look like a set that belong together, they have had a few tweaks, and you get this slightly more chiseled, slightly more sort of cell-shaded look, and we get a chance here to see a bit more of the sort of art style of the game. You see Mr. Incredible there, he's got quite nice beefy legs. In the films, his legs are much thinner, a bit more sort of spindly, as that's the style of those characters. So these three characters have formed part of the starter pack, and you get those three: Sulley, Jack Sparrow and Mr. Incredible, along with an Infinity base portal peripheral to get them into the game. You'll also get a playset. Now, here's slightly what we're seeing here. The different areas where you can play the game are accessed by placing a translucent hexagonal piece at the back of that portal peripheral, the Infinity base. That then brings in one of these worlds in which you can play. Now, those worlds only support certain characters, but not only the characters that come from that world, but other characters with the appropriate abilities. And here we are, we've actually got gameplay, so you can see Pirates of the Caribbean, Monsters University worlds sort of come to life. But as well as that, if you don't have a play piece on the Infinity base, you enter this build your own game mode called Toy Box. And here you can use pretty much all the tools that the developers had to make the game, to make your own experiences. Very fully featured. You can do this with 4 players online, so collaborating online to create your own games, or 2 players to split screen. And that feature comes across into the story game as well. So again, you've got split screen, but also unlike Skylanders, you've got 4-player online drop in, drop out multiplayer as well. So it's nice to see them sort of upping the ante there. But unlike Skylanders, progress in terms of character abilities isn't saved back to the figure themselves, but it uses these plastic tokens, which can be placed under the figure on the Infinity base to give them special upgrades. Now, I imagine those tokens, because they're easier to manufacture and to sell, will be available all over the place. We're looking at around 30 plus figures for that initial launch, where you get those 3 in the starter pack and then more available separately. So there you go, that's Disney Infinity, and we'll be talking more about this in Family Gamer TV soon.